matter, go to the line on parking fees. Governor, note 5. Your parking fees have reduced from 31 million to 29 million. You have given us your global picture, the measures you're taking. How then are we seeing a drop in parking fees? Remember, this is money collected from the people of Busia. Are we collecting and pocketing money? Because these are the symptoms.
Chair.
Senator Wambua.
Chair, you have said that we should extend a bit of our clemency to the governor, which is fine. We'll be guided by your direction. My only fear, Chair, is that from the kind of consultation that I'm seeing happening there is a likelihood that the governor is perhaps seeing these figures for the first time. Because the questions that they're asking themselves and the questions that we're asking, we are all asking the same questions. We're asking them what happened, and the governor is asking his people what happened. So, Chair, that clemency is fine, but please give us guidance on how to deal with it.
Okay, clemency does not mean shielding the governor. He still has to answer. Governor, you have an answer to
Chair, let me ask my former CEC Finance to answer because she was there when this was happening.
Thank you, Chair. I would want to respond on that issue of reduction in the parking fee because, Chair, before we had a place which we were using as parking, the parking place at the border called One Stop Border. So before we were collecting parking fees from there, but when the KRA took over that place, we could now not use it as the parking place, and therefore the people of trucks could not pay the parking fee because they were no longer using that place.
Okay, hold on to that. Go to note 8, hospital fees from 153 million to 119 million. Why are you handing back the microphone? Oh, that one is not yours. Okay, Governor, it's been brought back to you. Hospital fees has dropped from 153 million to 119 million.
Chair, we have had a lot of industrial unrest in the county here, and this has really affected our service delivery in the health sector, and is one area that we have been trying to address, some of them even historical issues of arrears, some of them issues of promotion, the normal challenges that we are having in the health sector. So that year, we have had quite a bit of challenges in that area.
Is that, Governor, the good thing is that you have been in Parliament.
Yes.
You've been in Cabinet.
Yes.
And you have sat in some of these committees. If a question is put to you on a matter that involves figures, the explanation should also be quantitative, not qualitative.
Okay.
Because if that were to be the case, then you would then come and demonstrate to us, even from the notes, how that happened. Now, for us to be asking these questions, and for you to be asking these questions from your officer,
yes,
could tell you that there could be something that you need to improve when it comes to your the governance arrangements around revenue. The officer you had referred to, the one who has just answered the last question, what is their role?
That was the Chief Officer Finance before. CCC Finance before, and I think they were aware of the incidences that were happening. That's why she told me that she's aware of what happened at that time. But she's no longer the CC Finance.
No, I don't know, Senator Chirarke, you had made some observation with regards to that. Please proceed.
Yeah, I think it casts the integrity of the signing off of these statements of disbursement, especially on county on-source revenue. Because if you are saying Top Eastern Naiti Wanyama was the CC Finance, how comes she was the county receiver of revenue, contravening Public Finance and Management Act Section 157? Why was she Honorable Tobistan Naita Wanyama was county receiver of revenue, contravening section 157 and its regulations of the PMF Act. So, and the law is very clear, Governor. Would that be the reason that you moved her?
Chair. No, perhaps this question, I don't want the officer to be the one responding.
Yes.
I want the governor
yes,
to tell us who was your receiver of revenue in this financial year.
Chair, I feel like we will lose the parking thing. There's an explanation there that they can complete, then we move to the designated receiver of revenue. Because if you look at note 5 that explains the parking fees, the officer who responded, it makes sense when you say once the trailer park was closed, 2022-2023 you had 26 million from the trailer park fees, and it dropped to 3.49 million. Now explain to me how the one for bus park moved from 2 million to 20 million. What special magic did you play?
Governor?
Did you build new bus parks? Was there a new road that was opened through Busia to I don't know where that more buses were parked? What is the explanation for that? For the reverse growth in revenue?
Through the chair, I think one of the measures that we took when we took over was to try and identify all the revenue collection points and the number of collection points that we introduced along the ways that initially we were not collecting. That's what enabled us to be able to...
Are you looking at the numbers that Senator Sifuna cited? Are you looking at that note?
Note 5.
So that you know what you're responding to? We don't want theories. This is an exercise that is guided by evidence.
Yeah, because to me, Chair, the explanation on ceding the collection of the trailer parks to KRA would demonstrate or explain why it moves from 26 million to 3 million. Now, with the same logic, what did you do to move your bus park from 2 million to 20 million? What is the explanation?
Thank you, Chair. When we came in, you can see overall, the revenue from 22-23 to 23-24 improved. So what happened, that revenue, it was on an improved basis. We combined the parking, the bus parking, with the small car, the single vehicle parking. We combined them together, and there is when the auditors came, they corrected us that we should separate those two revenue streams. So we separated, but by then we just improved it, combined with the car parking that improved that from the previous one. And that is the reason why overall the revenue increased.
Yeah.
Senator Wambua?
You've totally lost me.
Chair. Yeah.
No, that one will deal with that one will come. Senator Wambua?
Chair, I don't know about Senator Sifuna, but I feel that question has been responded to because the question was very direct. An improvement from 2 million to 20 million. Now, the reference you're making is even a very erroneous reference because you're saying overall there was an improvement year to year. But when you look at the improvement they're talking about, it's less than 2 million. One is 355 for 2022-23, and the other one is 357. I mean, the very marginal improvement. The question that Senator Sifuna is asking is this jump from 2 million to 20 million. Why is it so difficult to respond to that?
Governor, before we get back to Senator Cherargei, because there's an attempt to, there are many statements made on parking fees, statements made on hospital fees, none made on fiscal planning fees, because fiscal planning fees, nothing has been offered so far. Yeah. And the question is, assuming, Governor, assuming Madam Wanyama was to move to Kisumu or another county and she was not in the room, who else would be able to explain these numbers? Why are they not making an attempt? Because it now sounds personalized.
It's not personalized. I think maybe just being part of the team, and you can see she's the one who signed this document. She may be having a better institutional memory.
Yeah,
maybe some of them.
We are coming to that.
Yes.
We are coming to that. Any attempt to explain physical planning drop? Because physical planning, we know what happens in counties, is that your officers, they move around, they collect money from developers, and then that money never gets to the county. You know, theft is theft, but there's usually a feeling that when you steal from your constituents, it's a bigger theft than when you're stealing from Nairobi. Lakini yote ni wizi.
Chair, I think something is very interesting.
Senator Gata?
Because it seems that we are actually seeing the same document at the same time. The way we are seeing documents the same way that the entire team is seeing the same document. I don't know whether they are prepared for the team, for the committee. Because nobody seems to have any answer to any of the questions that have been posed around.
So Governor, because I said we are in your county, it's not that I fear you lock us in here, but even though you have that reputation, but but I think that's off the record.
I think Chair Senator Sifuna is
give
a
us
witness.
explanations.
Chair Senator Sifuna is a witness to such. So
No, that's on a very light note. I think let's come back.
Chair, I can confirm that the last time I was in Busia, we had a very good time in Funyula. There was a big bash and we all left.
Thank you.
So I don't know what Gerard Gay is talking about.
Now, tell us, Governor, what is happening in physical planning and development? This is a clear revenue stream. This one you can't tell us about KRA, about what. This one's people building, plan approvals, small things that your officers go around checking. If you are building without an approval, they shut you down. How can it drop? Someone is stealing from the people of Busia. This cannot be industrial action by nurses. This, I think you have exhausted your list of excuses.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Chair, before he
Senator
goes.
Wambua?
Before he goes. You know, Chair, there's a question that that you always ask when we are beginning these interrogations. I hear you asking our Secretariat whether they receive these documents and they are ready to engage. I hear you asking the auditors whether they are ready to engage. Chair, is it time that we begin asking the entities if they are ready to engage? Because clearly there is a problem. Clearly there is a problem.
Honorable Chair, on the issue of physical planning,
Please, for Hansard purposes, name and designation.
Wanjala Vincent, Chief Officer.